Hello YouTube, Matthew back here with you again this morning. I actually did a video last night. I just posted it about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you haven't seen it, it had a really nice mail day yesterday, and mailman came early. It's Saturday morning. They come early on Saturday, and I got a bunch of stuff come in today. So I thought I would share that with you in a video. Saturday is usually a day I try to catch up in the morning time everything that I haven't got processed into my collection, or if it's going into a bin to resell. Um, and I try to get all that caught up on Saturday morning. Well, since the mailman brought this early today, uh, I went ahead and I started getting it processed. But I said I'm going to do a quick video and share this. There's some really cool cards here. If you watched yesterday or last night's video, I showed a bunch of little pink tops, pink minis that I got in that were all Cleveland Guardians players, and I was talking about how I thought it would be cool to be able to put together a complete set of those. Well, I got one more for that, but I also have picked up two other ones. This one is a really nice one. It's a Boston Red Sox team card. It's got Xavier Bogaerts and I forget who else is on it. It says Xander. I said Xavier. I'm sorry, Xander and Vasquez. I'm not sure. I can't remember who Vasquez is. I'm not a Red Sox fan, but it shows like they're getting ready, to toss some ice or whatever on an unsuspecting teammate that's being interviewed there, or a coach that's being interviewed. But anyway, I said that's a really cool card. It's one of these pink tops minis from 2022, serial number to 25, and I picked that up not for my personal PC. This is going to be going into resale. Got that really good deal on this. And like I was saying yesterday, right now, with all the chaos in the hobby, with tops and fake autographs and PSAs, grading scale, and dealers trying to lowball people about older slabs and stuff now, um, it's just there's so much going on that it's getting back like it was in the early 2000s, in my opinion, after the fall in the hobby of the junk wax era in the 90s. That went from everybody I knew collected in the 80s and early 90s to suddenly by the end of the 90s, most people that love baseball weren't even watching baseball anymore because of the strike of 94, the cancellation of the World Series that year, and steroids. So, it was like everybody by the year 2000 had pretty much, including myself, had just, you know, turned away from baseball and the card hobby. But I do remember when I started to get back into the hobby a little bit in the, like in around 2014, 15, somewhere in there, there was a lot of stuff that was bargain price compared to what it is today. And that's how it's getting back now. And I picked this up for my collection, but this will go into the Yankees side of my PC. Luis Cervino, very good pitcher for a few years for the Yankees. Arm injuries really has zapped him out of what he once was. At one time, this guy was an ace. He had the ace caliber stuff, and this is numbered to 25 as well. All these little pink minis from 2022 tops, numbered to 25. I actually just won a blue one that looks just like these, but it won't be a perfect match for the pink tops Cleveland Guardian set I'm starting to build now. But it was I won it today, early this morning. It's a blue and it's numbered to only 10. And it is the Cleveland Guardians team card. It's got Jose Ramirez and Ahmed Rosario on it. But anyway, this one will stay in my collection. I collect Guardians because that's our team here in Northeast Ohio. But I collect Yankee stuff still because my dad was a Yankee fan, and I grew up rooting for the Yankees with my dad quite often. So anyway, but this right here, this Red Sox one, I think that's a really nice card. I think that would be a really cool short print addition to a Red Sox fan collection. So I'm probably going to be flipping that later. That it was just at a price I couldn't possibly not buy it. It was because I knew that was a card. The Red Sox have a huge fan base, and I said that's a card worth way more than what I'm going to be able to get it for. So I jumped on it. I also picked this up. This is nothing but a base prism refractor, Jose Ramirez. Jose's my guy. 2021 Topps Chrome. But anyway, prism refractor, just not that big a deal, but still. I got this cheap, so I picked it up. And it was actually a lot of these cards that I've already showed you, the two I showed you, this one and actually this next one, it was like the same seller, but they had a deal like buy four, like save 40% off of any four, or yeah, any four cards. Like, so anyway, I picked up quite a few cards, or it's 40% off of six or something like that. But these pink minis were on that, so they didn't really have a large price on them to start with anyway. So with being able to get, like, if you bought enough cards, you got like 60, uh, you got them for like 60% of the price. It really made, plus it was like one shipping price no matter how many you bought, like $1.50 and for the first card, and then the seller had it set up in to where when you added stuff to the card, it automatically, every other card was free shipping after the first one, $1.50, and was getting 40% off of his price on the others. It was just too good not to get these, and so I was able to add to my collection as well as get something to resell. This was like to fill it out. Like, I picked up the Jose. I just was looking for something else to add. Here is another nice one that come out of, like, in that deal. Med Rosario, who I needed for the Indians team set, these pink refractors. I mean, sorry, they're not refractors. They're just pink minis, but they're numbered, serial number to 25. Only 25 ever made. So another one down for the Indians team set. I also, I know Jose, the one of Jose Ramirez, is going to be the hardest one to find. I've not seen one yet for sale. There is only one that I've seen even on eBay, and it's somebody. So whoever's got it has got it in a lot with a Jose Ramirez rookie card. They're asking, and also both of them raw. Neither one of them graded, and they're asking 400 and something dollars. It was way over $400 for the pair. They're never going to get it. But I mean, just a base. The Ramirez rookie, Jose rookie, is even a base. It's not even a refractor, nothing. It's just a, just base, not full board, not anything, just a standard base paper rookie card. And I realize that that has gone up a lot in value. Jose's probably headed to the Hall of Fame, but I need him for this set. That'll be the hardest one, mainly because there's only 25 in existence out there, and I got to find somebody looking to sell one that is reasonable. Because I'm not going to overpay for something just to complete a team set. The other ones I know I need Cal Quantrill, and I need the Indians team card. There is one of those, and it's got Jose on the team card as well. Like I said, I just bought a mini blue numbered to only 10. And I got it in auction, won the auction, and it wasn't that bad. I got it for like $5 and something, and that's shipped. So I'm really thrilled that nobody outbid me on that serial number to 10. It's Jose Ramirez and Med Rosario. The one I need for the pink team set is identical to it, except it's just got a pink border instead of a blue. And I'll be sharing that one in a video when it comes in. The one number to 10 I got in the auction this morning. Now, this is another card that was like the Jose. I threw this, tacked this on just to fill out the amount of cards needed in order to get the 40% off, because this was cheap. This is a Franmil Reyes, and it's serial numbered on the back to 99. Pretty cool. And this was one that he had like, the sale price was only like $2, so you get 40% off of that. I got it basically for $1.20. Same thing like this, so that's why I tacked those on, because in order to get these right here for almost half price, which like I said, he wasn't asking that bad a price on them anyway to start with. I would have bought those three pink minis for what he was asking for them. They're worth it to me. I would have even bought this one, figuring I could resell it and make profit for what he was asking for them. The thing of it is because I can get I think it was 6 or possibly 7 cards. It must have been 6, because that's 1, 2, 3, and then I got those 2 and 1 more. And I added these 3 just to throw in my collection, because Guardians collector, serial numbered cards, and Jose Ramirez refractors I'm always going to be interested in if I can get them cheap. And the other card was a Ray Wave Garrett Cole. Now, Garrett Cole is another guy that's, unless something unexpected happens, this guy's headed to Hall of Fame. Ray Wave refractors are beautiful, and that's a very nice card. It's not that old. This is from last year's Topps Chrome, but still very beautiful. Topps Chrome Sonic, I'm sorry, but very beautiful card. And that was another one, so like I'm basically getting these for about the most you'd want to pay for them. If I was in a card shop, I wouldn't give $1 for a Prism refractor, but to get the deal I did, on all those mini mini cards numbered to 25. I was willing to pay $1 each for those. Now these cards here, for what they are, I got a really good deal in both of them. This is right here a card that is serial numbered. I don't know how good it's going to show up, but it's numbered to 10. 5 out of 10 right here. There it is. If you can see it right here. 5 out of 10. I'm trying to get it there. It's kind of showing up right there. 5 out of 10. Only 10 of these cards ever made. Now, Dexter Lawrence, for those of you that are not familiar with the name, this guy has built a reputation as becoming, he's considered one of the best defensive linemen in the entire NFL. And I think that it seemed like I read that he's considered the best defensive tackle. Now, I consider us to have the best defensive player as far as defensive lineman overall in the NFL here in Cleveland, and Myles Garrett. But this guy plays defensive tackle. Garrett is an end. So there's a difference in their positions and what they do on the defensive line. But this guy has established himself as one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Multi-time Pro Bowler now. And because of that, especially like his rookie cards as well as high-end stuff like serial number stuff has really started going up a lot on as far as pricing if you're looking to buy, and this being serial number, even though score is not this is considered low budget, low end product. It's not high end, but serial number to 10 and the player he is, and this is a guy that if he stays reasonably healthy, and is able to play another, 5 years, whatever, he's probably at the level that he's been playing at. This is a guy that's right now, if everything keeps going like it is, he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. This is a nice card, and for what I gave for it, serial number 10, only 10 made. I'm really thrilled to add that to my collection just because of that. And this is something too that down the road I may even consider selling, but for right now, because I love short print serial number cards and because I got such a good deal in this, I'm happy to keep it in my collection. And this right here, there's nothing special about it other than it's just going to go in a Yankee PC. Now this is me. Honestly, I could be throwing, this was bought, and it's just a paper. It's not a refractor or something, which is odd for me. It's also not serial numbered, which is odd for me. This is SGC graded, but this will go in the Yankee collection, and this could turn into a gem, and this could turn into worthless. It'll never be totally worthless because it is slabbed. It's a nice shaped card. It is a Yankee player. It is a SGC 10. But Spencer Jones is very first Bowman. It's got first Bowman at the top corner. And, first card ever made by Topps of Spencer Jones, former Yankees #1 draft pick. Not #1 overall, but first round draft pick. Jones has been a top prospect from the day the Yankees drafted him. He is lighting the minor leagues on fire this season with power. He is hitting for insane amounts of power, high OPS, high average. The problem with him is he looks like Joey Gallo 2.0, you could say. And the reason I say that is this is a guy that swings for the fences. Now, in today's game, that's what they want. They want guys that's all or nothing. But this is ultimate all or nothing. And I'm going to tell you something. This guy is destroyed this year, AA, and he's destroying AAA pitching right now. Now, there's some good. Going from AA to AAA is a pretty good jump. AA, going from A ball to AA they say is about the most massive jump you can make in pro ball. But is when you reach AA, the quality of pitchers and the quality of players in AA are just much more advanced above A ball on any level of A ball or rookie league for that matter. But when you go to AAA, you're actually facing, as a hitter, you're usually facing a lot of guys that have spent time in the majors. They're not elite, but they're often what a lot of organizations consider organizational depth. And what that is they might not be good enough to stick in the majors, but they were good enough to get there. They've got pretty good breaking stuff. A lot of times they might even have really good fastballs. They just don't have control. Or, there's guys in AAA right now that can throw bullets, with a fastball, but they don't have nothing to go with it. And so major league hitters, destroy them if they can just stand back and sit on a fastball. If that's all you got, they just time it and they tee off on it. Well, Spencer Jones is eating alive minor league pitching, but can he do that in the majors? Joey Gallo was, to me, for all his power, was a detriment to a team because most games he was going to give you an 0 for 4 with at least 3 strikeouts and a pop fly. That was Joey Gallo. And that was my impression of him. Even in his best years, to me, he was a detriment. To me, Joey Gallo is the guy that if you have a 5-run lead in the ninth inning, Joey Gallo is the guy that will come to the plate. He will hit a 480-foot home run off of a mop up guy out of your bullpen. That is one of the weaker arms on on the opponent's team. But Joey Gallo is also the guy that if the bases are loaded in the third inning and he's coming to bat and he's facing, a decent starting pitcher, he will strike out on 3 pitches with the bases loaded. That's what Joey Gallo was to me in his career. He was the kind of guy to me that he could hit 40 home runs and drive in only 90 RBIs because of the fact that most of the time he struck out with men on base. And Spencer Jones has got that kind of power, and it's scary to me. When I look at the strikeout numbers, this guy strikes out in AAA once out of every 3 at bats. Now, yes, he is hitting over 300, and he has got an OPS of like 9 something. But I don't care how good you are in AAA. In my lifetime, I've seen so many guys going all the way back to the 80s. There was a guy, Brad Kaminsky, with the Atlanta Braves, tore it up every level, destroyed pitching on every level. Was a 5-tool can't miss prospect, but he missed because he could not hit major league pitching. He was talented enough and toolsy enough to stick around the majors with so many teams on into the early 90s. And yet he never could hit in the big leagues. But at AAA, he was a 300 hitter with tons of power and good speed. And he was a good defensive outfielder, but he could not hit major league pitching. And I'm scared to death that that's what's going to happen to Spencer Jones. I see so much Joey Gallo in this guy. At the same time, the reason I say that is Gallo was a great athlete, but Jones, while tall, Jones is tall and lanky. You could also compare this guy honestly to from what I've seen a white Darryl Strawberry. The swing, the height. Let me see how old I say 6'7". Darryl Strawberry I think was 6'6", but I remember as a kid Darryl Strawberry come to the plate, and Darryl Strawberry struck out at times with men on base. Early in his career with the Mets, they ridiculed Strawberry, but I remember that. I think Strawberry though, what I remember the most about him was this iconic swing that when he connected, there was no doubt that it was gone the second the bat hit the ball. The sound and the uppercut launch swing. And back in the 80s, nobody was teaching guys to swing that way the way they do today. Strawberry, that was his swing. He came up with that. He came out of high school with that swing. It was like he was launching balls into orbit. And that's what Jones looks like when he connects at AAA right now. He looks like a guy that every time he makes solid contact and that ball goes off his bat, it's like the crack. And then it's like it's going into orbit. But can he do it in the major leagues? We'll see. I'm sure if he connects, it's going a long way. There's no doubt about that. But can he hit well enough to keep a job? Joey Gallo, for all his ability to draw a walk at times and all his power, he wore out his welcome not because he was He wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a bad teammate, really. It wasn't he was a poor defensive outfielder or anything like that. But he killed his team so much with not being able to make contact in situations where you need contact. And I don't care how much the modern, younger generation has been, trained to think, well, every guy should be trying to hit a home run on every pitch, blah, blah, blah with analytics. The truth of it is, if you want to win baseball games, there are times when all you need is one run and a manager needs you to make contact. And Joey Gallo was the kind of guy that if he was going to bat and there was a guy on third base in a tie game, instead of hitting that pop fly to let the guy on third base tag up and score, Joey Gallo was going to strike out because Joey Gallo could not make consistent contact. And I'm scared to death that that's going to be Spencer Jones. Jared Kelenic is another guy that cannot make consistent contact. We'll see. But at any rate, this is the Yankee. This guy is just doing so good in AAA. Came across that at a good price. Had to grab it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. That's all for this video. That's all I had come in today. I just want to share it with you real quick. I'll be back again soon with more videos.